I'm Zahra Soltani. I was one of the students of the Star Educational Society. I was graduated in 2009, and I'm currently a student of one of the universities in the Netherlands, Tilburg University. I'm studying global management of social issues, basically the social sciences. I was graduated from a school in Afghanistan, from Rokhshana High School. When I was still at the school, I was studying English, and after school, I didn't give up on studying English, and I started to study short-term programs like PMP, project management, which all were in English, and I studied 2 years business administration. It was also in English. So I wanted to improve my English first of all. One of my aim and wishes for the future was to study abroad. It was maybe because to explore new culture or new quality of studies or education, and as well as to know an English or a language besides Dari or Pashto. From a very academic perspective, I would say that social sciences is a multidisciplinary subject, or we can say is a very broad field. Like you study psychology, sociology, even something about politics in it. So that means that you have to know about the society most of all. Basically, we can say it is about that, how people interact within a society, what are the problems, and so far how people are trying to overcome those challenges and problems in a society, how people react when they find out these problems. And we are also facing too many challenges in our society, or we can say in our daily life, all over the world. Like we can say that climate change is kind of very we can say weaker problem nowadays, that people are focusing on it. Most of the countries are gathering together in order to solve this problem, because it's a kind of risk for the future. So we have to mitigate at least the risk. So we can say that, of course, it's kind of science that we are dealing with these issues nowadays, like the poverty. If we look at the Asian countries, war, civil war, human rights, in African countries, Asian countries, still they are facing problems, they have these challenges. Although maybe in other parts of the world people are not facing poverty anymore, or they do not dealing with the social challenges too much, but still in other part of the world, half of the people, they are still facing too many problems. But nowadays we see that people are more focusing on economy or politics, so students are very interested to study in these fields, and they're just focusing that how we can improve the economy, how to make money, how to improve the society, but they are, I think, ignoring a very basic and very important part of the society. It is that to evaluate the people, and that how they interact and what problems they are facing. So we have to face these problems, we have to solve these problems, or at least we have to change them, or make them better in order to improve the economy, improve the politics situation. Our society needs more awareness nowadays. Maybe it's because the civil war, the people are just think that they have to solve something with the war, because they are not aware of those challenges about the society. That maybe someone think that it's our culture, we have to defend it. But I think awareness, educate them that it is not only Afghan society that they are facing these problems, but it is like something very universal, that every society, even European countries or American countries, so they are also facing these problems. But they know they have to deal with them. They have to find out what is the root of these issues or these problems, and how they can at least finding out the risks in order to prevent them and avoid from getting worse in the future. But I think the only problem here might be that people are just finding the problems, but they are not even focusing that how they can solve the problem. People from different cultures, even maybe we have a unique culture, but people of different ethnic, they were just saying that no, we are defending our ethnic, or we are defending ourselves. Why you have to do this? But they do not know that this is the root of this issue. They have to find out that how they can solve these problems rather than finding the problem itself. I think that's the main can be the main way. There are too many means that we can deal with this, and I think people like in the universities or in institutions, they can encourage students that they can study social science, they can study sociology. It's very important for them to know that how they can educate themselves about the society, how they can improve their society, as well as how they can also educate other people. I don't mean that everybody should go to the university and study sociology or study social sciences. If they go to the internet, everybody have access nowadays, so they can find out, okay, this is our society, these are the ways, these are the problems, how we can solve it, how we can at least help with the government or help with the students or people who are very active in the civil society. So these can be very common ways, a very great way. I think comparing the quality of education here in an Asian country like Afghanistan with a European country is that there are more facilities for students, such as we have libraries, we have labs, so we have practical works. We study in theories and then we practically work on it. We are working on projects because we have the facility. We work in lab, so we can apply those knowledge that we earned maybe yesterday, so tomorrow we are going to apply it. That okay, tomorrow we are going out, we are dealing with people, we are dealing with these issues. So if you're facing in practice or in real life, how are we gonna solve it? How are we gonna face it? I think it's a very good and practice that also encourages the students that you're going to face the situation, be ready for it. I would also add that one of the other facilities is that in social science we have to do more research. It's about the society, so you have to research, you have to make sure that, okay, these studies are true, because it is changing over time. So these researchers, or we can say those papers, are getting old. Maybe people are changing, the society is changing itself. We need new studies. So I think in those societies, it's easier for students to go out to have research. Also, we can easily find the people who are willing to participate in our research or in our surveys. They will provide us more accurate information. But if you come to the Afghanistan, maybe people will avoid this. We will ignore a very important part of the society or half of the society, which are who are the females or the girls. Maybe they are not allowed, so we have to ignore them. But it is easier in another part of the world. If you're going to take a research, you want to conduct a research, so you have the means, it is easier, you have more channels, you have more facilities in order to do that. I hope that in the future most people would not have these issues in Afghanistan. I think it would be very interesting research paper if we do research in Afghanistan, because it's one of the societies who are facing more challenges than other societies. I followed most of the articles in it, and I saw very interesting and also useful articles in it. It's reflecting the people's view, like the students who used to be the Star Educational Society students and then they were graduated. They were successful students who could find out a way in order to get a higher education. Most are studying abroad, or maybe minority are studying here in Afghanistan. But all of them, as I see, they are getting higher education, females and males both, which is really good. I think for the new students who are coming and joining the Star Educational Society, um, they will be studying or they will be reading the articles about people. I think it is very interesting and it will encourage them that these students were successful and they were studying here, and we see a very great achievement and improvement in them. So I can be that student in the future. So it is kind of encouragement for those students who are joining newly at the Star Education Society. It also will create a good image about the center as well, which it can distinguish it between the other institutions who are providing these facilities or English language courses to students. And it is kind of a very good achievement and a proof to the students that STAR had these achievements. They had these facilities for the students. They are really investing in it as students in the future from now. Of course, there is hope for Afghanistan. There are many young people still are studying. If we compare the number of students with the past years, we will see very big difference and changes. And many youngs, even the females, especially the girls, are getting education. It doesn't matter that they have to study the sociology or social science or medical science, but they are at least studying. Getting education, being aware, I think it is the main important thing, that if they are educated, they would definitely understand the society. They would definitely understand other people. They would definitely understand what they are facing in the society and how they're gonna face it and how to deal with these challenges. But as one of the Afghan citizens, of course, I would do and try my best to encourage all other friends that at least to study, to get educated in any other field that they are interested in. I would be very interested if I would be the alumni member of the university, so in the future I would encourage the other students or Afghan students to get the scholarship and study in the Netherlands in the same university. That would be a great achievement to me as well. I'm hopeful that one day the number of the students who are studying abroad, it will increase. I think more people are now thinking about it. It is not about that they will live a very good life. It is about that what they learn from the other societies, how they explore the other cities, and what they will learn from other people. Of course, the positive aspects, and how to apply them when they are back in their country in Afghanistan, and how to improve our society again. So my message to them is that they have to get education in whatever field they would like. At least they would understand that how they can read and how they can educate their future children. So in the future, if they would ask them that, how your life was in the past and what did you study and how do you see people, at least we would have an answer to our children that we were this society and we are going to be this kind of society, and we are hopeful to do all these. If we couldn't, you can do it. So we can transfer this hope and knowledge to our children or to our friends. So they are the people that they would make Afghanistan. If we are not going to make a very, very big change or major change in the future, but at least they are the people who would fulfill those wishes for us. So all those young people who are in a Star Educational Society or in any other part of the Afghanistan, I would be really happy to see them that they are at least studying. At least they are getting education, to do at least a school if they are not able to do the university. It is a good start. It's a good beginning for their children. They can help. If they give up, so the future generation will not improve and they will give up too.